Gravitation. Cannabis gotta be from up north forest from Jamaica. No confirmation, then it's no participation. Never see it in rotation in my conversation. No need for confrontation. This my this my observation. Gravitation with the observation. I'm not saying I'm right, I'm not saying I'm wrong, man. Welcome back to the channel. You feel me? Salute to everybody that's out there. Happy Monday. You know what I'm saying? It's the last one that I'm finna put down before, I go to sleep, before I have to go in. But you already know what I'm already on, right? The gravitation. So once I'm off the gravitation, man, it's time for the observation. Salute to everybody that's been tapping in the video that I made last night when I got off work about, No Life Shack and Jalopy Bunkies. And I can't admit, I'm going to be real, it was a lot of stuff that I was missing out on. You feel me? That I wasn't aware. And salute to everybody in the comments that's making me aware, like, oh, okay, I didn't know. You feel me? I didn't know it was like that, right? But something stuck out to me, right? Where it was probably like 3 or 4 comments that said, like, why is it so hard to believe, right? And I'm not defending No Life Shack at all, right? I'm not defending that. Even though still, I don't have no problem with them either. Like, don't, you feel me? It ain't no beef. I'm just saying I'm not defending, what he's saying. Why is it so hard to believe that we're not going to listen to the ICEMAN album? Like, you feel me? Everybody doesn't listen to Drake. And that's real. You know what I'm saying? That's real. It's nothing, you feel me? It's vice versa, whoever. Not just to mention DOT, but anybody else. Like, yeah, I'm like that too. It's a lot of artists that I don't listen to. I don't. But the reason why I'm a fan is probably because of their personality, what I've seen via social media. That's why I'm a fan of them. Not really so much their music, but I'm a fan because I actually see how they are. Well, what I'm seeing, that's drawn to me, it's attractive. So it's like, hey, okay, I rock with this dude. You feel me? Sense of humor, personality wise, like, okay, I rock with him. Salute. So it's not, you feel me? It's not impossible, or you feel me? It's not believable. Yeah, of course, you're not gonna listen to, if you don't want to listen to something, you're not gonna listen to it, or you're not planning to listen to it. I agree with that, but to me, that's for the average listener, in my opinion. If this is your job, right? If this is your job, then it's kind of like a no-brainer. In a sense, it's like you have to. You know how many people interview people at the Breakfast Club that, man, I'm not cool with this individual, or I don't want to do this, or I don't want to, but it's still your job. So again, it's a little bit deeper. I'm not taking up for No Life Shack, but him stating that, like, oh man, you lying, in a sense of, with Jalopy Bungus, what he said to him. Like I said, I think he was meaning like, bro, we kind of have to, right? But you don't. Don't get me wrong. Like, you feel me? Nobody is putting a gun to your head. It doesn't say in order for you to be on YouTube, you have to react to. No, you don't. But if you're a hip hop lover, or you just like music in general, and that's your job, that's what you do, it's kind of like a no-brainer. You get what I'm saying? And I think that's where No Life Shack was speaking from. But when we go back and look at the logistics, right, as far as with Jalopy Bunkus and what he's trying to push, that's what I have a problem with No Life Shack with. Like, bro, that should line up what this man is saying, because what he tried to do to the content creators. And I already explained this in my previous video. And people want to sit up, oh, but he didn't sue the content creators. It doesn't matter if he sued or not, bro. The name was mentioned in the paperwork. From, allegedly, my boy Knox Hill. Shout out to him. You feel me? And I just was listening to some of his stuff too, like probably like a week ago, bro, when I was doing my last load on the truck, him and Screwface John. I'm like, damn, where'd this beat come from? But bro was spitting. Knox Hill, salute to you, champ. You feel me? He was spitting. And Screw too. Like, you feel me? I rock with all these cats, bro. We doing our thing. We just giving our opinions, but we all trying to feed our families at the end of the day. So it's hard for, I'm gonna say it again, for Shaq to be opposed to, like, even go against that. That's what it is. So if it is a blackout, I wouldn't even mention, even if that's how you felt for real. I mean, if you really felt like, bro, ain't no, man, that's BS. What you gonna listen to? I get the, but I wouldn't have said that publicly. I'm gonna be all the way real, and to even have a back and forth behind this individual, like I said. But at the same time, bro, put it like this: DJ Head made a great example of this. He's a DJ. He DJ parties. When the situation was going on with him, what the situation was going on as far as the beef, the whole battle, right? He kept it a buck where he said, bro, I'm a DJ. I'm going to play, even if I don't like a certain individual music, right? I have to play. If that's what the fans are requesting, I'm going to play. You know how many people don't, in radio, don't want to play certain individual artists, but that's their job. That's their job to do that, right? So, as a reactor, if my job is to react, even though I know some people might be like, nah, bro, it don't hold the same way because you kind of like your own boss. You feel me? You self-employed. You don't have to. Yeah, I get that part. Don't get me wrong. I understand. But let's just be all the way real. When what the people are requesting, you're gonna follow suit. You're gonna follow suit. I'm gonna be real. That's real, right? That's real. Now, some people stand on business and be like, nah, I'm cool. I don't want to do it. And like Jalopy explained it too, what I forgot to mention a lot, he said he wasn't tripping if people were still going to react to Iceman because he get it. He understands it. But, like I said, it's a whole, let's see what happens when we really stop fully supporting this individual. Like, let's see, and you want to stay over there. Like, let's go. Let's go, let's go. Yeah, let's go, let's see. So that's why I say I stand with Jalopy Bungus on this whole situation. You feel me? As far as the blackout, which is not really, it's not boycott, but it is. You feel me? That's what it is. So no streams, no reacting, no none of that. You get what I'm saying? Especially while this lawsuit is still taking place. Why it's at hand. I've always said this, bro. I've always said if you was sticking to just taking down like you really was for us, the defamatory stuff wouldn't be a part of this situation, especially if you've been a participant. That's why I'm going to be a participant with this blackout when it comes to this Iceman. But get him out. Real talk, get him out. Because you trolling on too many on too many levels that you trolling. And you feel like you could do whatever. The DNA test really just sent me. Bro, like it's one thing, criminal records. Okay, well you've been on some police shit, but the DNA record, like, how dare you, my nigga? How dare you, bro? Seriously, how dare you? I just had to think about that, like, bro, no, but he brought up the kid. He brought it up first. No, he didn't, bro. He didn't bring up. He was talking about him as an individual. On Euphoria, he was talking about him. He wasn't talking about Adonis. He was talking about him. I can see you don't know nothing about that. You. Not your kid. You don't know nothing about that. A response to, I'll be with some bodyguards like Whitney. Once again, you're not talking about Dot. You're talking about Whitney. That's the difference. I don't see the difference in that. I'll be with some bodyguards like on push-ups. No, Dot said, hey, I can see you don't know. I got a son to raise. I can see you don't know nothing about that. You, not disrespected the Dot. And then Family Matters, what you drop. Oh, you did that? Okay. Well, check this out. Meet the Grams. I got this for you. Dear Adonis. Come on, bro. We're not going to sit up here and act like Dot wasn't countering. That the whole time Dot was countering. The whole time. Oh. Okay, hold up. Bop. Hold up. Come on, man. My bad, I got off the deep end. That's the gravity kicking in. But, man, it's just like, man, you brought the man like Shaq. How did... There's no way, my boy. There's no way, homie. There's no way that you could even... I wouldn't even be speaking nothing about this individual. I'm going to be all the way real. If my name got mentioned in that, bro. But anyways, I'm gravitation with the observation. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm not saying I'm wrong. Y'all let me know in the comments below. Gravity.